this morning we're at the Diaz's family home and we're gonna help them get their garden started. They have a lot of fruit trees in the ground. They have some raised bed. We're gonna get some plants in so that they can have their own sustainable living here.
Then carrots and spinach. Oh, I love spinach. Spinach, I love spinach.
Where am I?
And then we're gonna
So
do
carrots is from where? From here?
here
Like
to
from
here. Nathaniel, please stop.
And spinach, you already have spinach?
Yes.
Okay, and over there is gonna be
Now we're gonna do parsnip.
different seeds. Let me see.
Different
These are
seeds.
different. Wow, this
Yeah.
like looks like oats.
It
These-
grows the same as carrots.
These never expired. These seeds.
The seeds, they lose their germination rate after a year. That's why most seed packets sell for that growing year. But if you know how to store your seeds properly, then you can extend the germination rate. Store them in a cool place. You can put them in the garage, not in direct sunlight,
We have them in the dry,
No.
right inside, right?
not in too much heat.
So then we have three types of carrots, spinach,
and parsnip.
parsnip. Okay, I'm gonna try to see if I learn to eat parsnip. Spinach is okay, and carrots, I love them.
Parsnip is nice. You puree them. You can eat them raw.
Raw also?
Mhm.
Really?
It's tender. You just lightly cover.
It's the little one. Can I say?
Thank you. Put that down. Take a picture.
Yes, I'm gonna do it right now.
Why is he taking a picture?
So he knows where we planted the seeds until he can get them labeled.
This is the first. Okay. Let's see. This is bed number. You know what? This
Bed
has
number
to be
one.
bed number 1 or this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
In this bed, we're having Brussels sprouts, lettuce, and chives. The chives will help deter your insects from eating your lettuce. And we also have snap peas that are gonna go up on the trellis. In about a week, you're gonna see them pop out the ground, and then you just guide them up on the trellis. Once it hits the wire, it'll just naturally grow up. Okay, so
Okay. And this is the right season for the peas and for all
yes,
these
these are
things.
cold weather peas. Yes,
Okay. So when it's gonna be hot, then it's better.
you can still plant the sugar snap peas. These
Okay.
are you can plant
This
these year
for the whole
round.
year. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And how do you sow these seeds? These seeds, the lettuce seeds are different than
We
the carrots.
I sprinkle the lettuce. You don't really have to dig. You don't go too deep with lettuce. You sprinkle them on top. With the peas, you have to go about an inch.
Let's
So
see,
just
can I
use
see
your
one of those seeds. Those are like
Peas.
real seed, real peas, but they are
yeah, they're dry, dehydrated.
they are
peas,
dehydrated. Okay.
sun dried.
Okay. So,
So-
we can use the same peas that we have like in
In
the
the-
supermarket.
mhm,
We use okay. So these
Yeah.
seeds are not really because these seeds are different.
Yes, so all your plants have different seeds.
Yeah.
Your
okay.
peppers are different from your tomatoes. So the peas are bigger, which means you have to put them deeper. You can't put these on top. So your finger is about an inch. So I just put my finger in and then I drop it in the hole and cover it.
Okay.
As long as it's about an inch deep.
Thank you.
And we're gonna put them around the trellis.
Do that again over here on this one, so we can see that.
So my inch right there, that deep,
Drop this.
drop the seed in
cover
and then
it.
cover it. Yep. Too deep and it will rot. So inch and a half is good. Anything deeper than an inch and a half, your seed is not gonna germinate. Or if you have grubs, they'll eat it. So you have to plant them at the right
Okay.
depth. We're transplanting the lettuce. We already planted some seeds, but to give the Diaz family a head start on their harvest, we are putting in some lettuce plants. And these are head lettuce, but you can always harvest them as leaf. We're not gonna give them a whole lot of space. Around the perimeter of all our beds, we put green onions. Don't know if you'll be able to see it, but we have green onions around all the perimeter of our garden. And Joel currently is planting garlic. That's gonna be our pest control plants. These are some red Russian kale that we transplanted from our garden. I like these. These are very hardy kale and they're very nice. If a person doesn't like their kale, red Russian is always a good variety to plant. And then here we have collard greens. These are the Georgia collards that we're gonna put in the garden. And again, around the perimeter we have all green onions, which will be our pest control. The smell will keep the bugs out. On this side of the garden, we planted rutabaga. We're gonna look forward to Brother Pedro's experience with those.
Yes, we want to see his expression on his face when he tastes it.
Yes. In this bed, we're gonna put our garlic. It's very easy to grow garlic when you have your bulb. You don't want to peel your garlic. You can put it in the whole entire bulb to sit in a cup of water, and then the roots will start to grow. Once the root starts to grow, you separate the bulbs and you just put them in the soil until just the top of the garlic is exposed. Once you put it in the ground with the tip exposed, it takes a full 9 months for you to get garlic, and it needs cold weather. So as Sister Diaz asked, if you plant them in the summer, you probably won't get a big garlic bulb until the following spring. So it's best to start the garlic when the time is cold, so it has that cool climate to pop the bulb so that you can get bigger harvest. Now when we put these in the ground, you just want the crown to remain above ground. And what you can do is when you go to the store and you buy garlic again, in the inner portion of this row, you're just gonna stick them in the ground. Okay, just gonna stick them in the ground. So this would be your garlic spot. These are spinach, the ones that you'll mostly find in your salad mix. These are the Bloomberg spinach, and we transplanted those this morning. We put them in the ground. She started some seeds, but until the seeds pop up, she'll be able to harvest from these. And then these are Swiss chards. Some chards we're gonna put along this line. And you can do those similar to what I'm doing with these.
What are these over here?
Radish and turnip greens.
All right, which one's the radish and which one's the turnips?
The radish has the more red roots, and the turnip greens have the white base of the root. You notice? You see it?
Yeah, we noticed.
Okay.
What are these over here, Sharice?
Those are snap peas. We started some seeds, but we also wanted to put some plants in.
And those are gonna go up on the trellis.
trellis. Yes.
And that's why we have this trellis here.
In this bed, Sister Diaz really wanted to do her seeds. So we planted lettuce, green onions, and radishes in this bed, and she'll have space in between so that when the seeds that were just planted germinates, after 2 weeks, she'll be able to plant another set in between.
So Sharice, today it was cold. Why did you try to do seeds now?
Florida is very unpredictable in terms of weather. Today it's cold, tomorrow it's 83 degrees. So it was very cold this morning, but for the next week, the forecast shows that the nighttime temperature will be above 50 degrees, which is what most seeds needs to germinate. And that's why we decided to plant them. I think for the next 2 weeks, we're gonna have nighttime temperature above 50 degrees.
So the seeds need warmth and moisture to germinate.
Correct, correct.
Thank you.
Next, we're gonna transplant some broccoli. You can see here, I have a shop vac. This is our old vacuum that has been repurposed. It serves its purpose as a vacuum, and now it's a good planter that I was able to put some broccoli in. Just gonna separate them. Whatever you have at home can be repurposed as a growing medium. By all means, go ahead and use that. See that all these broccolis have a lot of roots. They just need space.
So you're finding a happy home for the broccoli.
Yes.
What you doing there, Sharice?
Okay, so we're finishing up the broccoli and we're leaving space here for her to put in some potatoes. She can also put potatoes in between the broccoli.
So Daniel's planting some radishes over here, 2 rows of radishes. And they're pretty well tangled, aren't they?
Yeah.
All right, keep up the good work. And what do you got going on, Sharice?
I'm gonna put in some turnip greens and come down on this row to meet him with the radish.
All right, so you untangle this delicately, try not
Yep.
to kill the roots, right?
Try to keep all root fibers intact. We're gonna put some Brussels sprouts in here to meet up with the lettuce and the chives. We're gonna put 4 seeds per hole. It takes a lot to germinate Brussels sprouts, so if one doesn't germinate, you have 4 chances of your seeds germinating. Not too deep, about an inch for the depth of the hole. So we're gonna just sprinkle those in and then cover them.
So here Daniel has 4 of these Brussels sprouts seeds. He's gonna put 4 in each one of these holes right here. Let's put it in this one right here. This one? Yeah, let's put
This
it
is
in
my
that one.
favorite type of
Right
thyme
there.
to cook with. So I'm gonna put it in this spot.
All right, he's gonna put the rest in the rest of these holes here.
I have a German thyme, very good seasoning, very fragrant. We're gonna put it in here. And Sister Diaz, just to let you know, I'm gonna reserve this spot right here if you want to plant more carrots or beets.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put this in there. My favorite type of thyme to use. So I'm gonna put it right in there, and you can snip as you please to use in your cooking. I thank you for the opportunity to allow us to help you with your garden. Hope things will work out great for you, and hope you get a little bit of knowledge so that you can start your gardening journey on your own. Any questions?
Well, no, I'm so thankful for all your help. I appreciate it. I learned so much today, and I'm thankful to God that it was such a beautiful day because it was raining like 2 days ago.
Yes.
But today's a beautiful, nice and cool, not too hot. So thank you so much for helping us.
Cerise,
welcome.
what if Sister Diaz has some questions when she's gardening? What is she gonna do?
She's gonna call me. I will be back to check on you to make sure everything is going well. If you have questions, we do have a lot of seeds that you can put in,
Yes.
and I'll also let you know when to get those started. And you have some extra soil if you want to transplant, you know, to try your little thing. And we have, of course, we need to fertilize the bananas. But aside from that, if you have any questions, you're more than you're free. You know where we are.